what should we do with all of these resin ribbons? Hey everyone, it's Lisa at Bear Track Woodworks. Thanks for joining me. And I would like to welcome a whole bunch of new subscribers who came to me from my good friend Miriam's channel. A lot of you guys have asked me about the ribbon shavings that come off of a resin piece when I'm turning it on the lathe and what happens to them. So I thought I would just put up a quick little video of, this is the first experiment that I did with the actual ribbon shavings. I honestly don't remember if I put this blank in the pressure pot or not. And at the end of the video, when I give you a close-up of the final piece, you'll see that there are some air bubbles in there, and next time I will use the pressure pot for sure, and then that will let me know if the issue is that the pressure pot wasn't used, or it's just going to be an issue that there's going to be small voids within the shavings that are going to be tough to get rid of. I'm going to pretty much speed through the creation of this piece and just give you a quick overview of what's happening here. It's always better to have an idea of what you're going to make before you cast a blank. This was one of my other complaints about this project, is I don't really care for the final shape, although the lamp itself turned out pretty cool. You're very limited in what you can make from a blank based on the size and the shape, and there weren't really a whole lot of options for this one. So I will make sure that I take care of that for next time. So at this point I have turned the piece around in the chuck, and I'm taking off the sacrificial pine that I cast in the blank. That's really helpful to put in the top and the bottom if you can, because it gives the chuck something to hold on to, but you don't actually lose any of your resin casting. The never-ending supply of resin shavings. So that part is done. I didn't do a super crazy finishing process on this. I just did some wet sanding. And when I wipe it off, you can see all those white dots. Those are actually little air bubbles where the resin sanding dust kind of got in. So you can see what I'm talking about there. And here I am making a little finial out of just a piece of clear resin that I tinted blue with some alcohol ink. Those little ribbons get everywhere. And the last piece of the project here is just a base for it to sit on. This is a piece of, it's actually curly maple that I had laying around, so I just used it. It's a little thick for what I'm using it for as far as aesthetics, but again, this project didn't really work out how I wanted it to anyway. It's not going anywhere but in my shop, so nobody has to see it but me, really. except that I just showed it to all of you. Here I'm cutting a little groove so that the little lid will sit down inside of it. And then I'm also cutting a circle in the middle for the little tea light to fit down inside. You can see that I did a real half-hearted attempt at a top coat on the outside of this piece just to see if it would fill the holes in, and it did. The inside has not got a top coat on, that's just basically rough from cutting. I don't even know if I sanded it at all. But you can see all of the little colors from the Petries that I used before. And we're going to call this the hotel bell, because I just want to go up to it and go ding 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 on the top. I want to thank all of you who have taken the time to come over and like and comment and subscribe to my channel. It's really appreciated. I hope to see you next time.